What's up? You are a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
Why does he do this to you all the time?
Piece of shit.
Every time.
No, this is funny. This is funny.
He is a massive.
What's wrong with that?
Massive piece
It's your
of
face.
shit.
Oh, he's doing it more.
Because that's not how the show opens. He's just a massive piece of shit.
Are we
On the complete opposite, people we love, DraftKings. It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football, and hockey action at the DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7. So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right. We kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday. I don't know if we're like fortune tellers, but the Falcons make a change.
Crazy.
Penix the quarterback.
I don't know. If we're fortune tellers, we probably just watched the game, and Kirk Cousins was
Yeah,
horrible
but you
for
don't
it.
think when he was horrible, right?
It's been horrible for a month, like
and
5 weeks.
They won, and they also paid him $200-something million. You're like, you don't see teams really pull the plug like that. Like when you pay someone your first year and you're still 500, not like he's playing, and he's playing bad for a month. You're right. Like I agree with the decision 100%, but you don't see a lot, especially a veteran quarterback like that. You don't see him pull the
It's
plug.
a situation where like they're this close to playoffs, so like there's no margin for error.
1,000%, which is usually why you still stick with the veteran that you paid.
I think that's why if they were like they had 4 or 5 wins, but they would have stuck with Cousins maybe. But now you have to, you know what I mean? Almost like
No, I think that the Penix
because you're so close, you have to pull the plug.
No, I think that I honestly like I don't disagree with the decision. I'm just trying to think of the other side of it, where it's like you go with the veteran that's been in these situations, you know, that you paid this money for, and let the rookie kind of learn from it. Because now there could be if he has a bad game this game, that he's gonna get shit on so quickly.
Penix? Yeah, that's what I said. You could lose. You could lose 2 options this year. You could. It's obviously that Cousins is in trouble.
I don't know.
What if Penix is not the guy, or he has a bad start?
But if he's not the guy, he's not the guy though.
I was saying, I don't think
Then you lose 2 guys in a year. That's a disaster.
I don't
of a
think
year.
you lose too. Like if he plays bad, that doesn't mean his career is just over.
Right.
No. I'm
jumping
not
the gun a
saying
little
it's
bit.
over.
You know,
No.
Bosco was kind of saying.
Okay,
like,
that's
like,
not his career's not over. You're not losing him, but you are like. It is very
You
hard
get exposed
to
on 2 guys.
come into your first NFL game when it's the most pressure there is on any in the season. Usually when like Drake May is coming into games where it doesn't fucking matter, but he's learning so much from it, you know? Like you could see him progressively getting better. Bo Nix has been the whole season, like it's pressure now, but he's done it. Penix is coming into a game where, first of all, they were already pissed about the way he got drafted to this team, even though now it kind of works I think the Falcons are almost doing this to show, like, look, this is why we drafted him, because we
You
didn't
shouldn't
know
have
how
given Cousins the money.
Stupid, 100%. But it's just like, your first NFL is like, okay, well, now we need to win this game.
This is a soft landing spot though.
well, that's what I was gonna say. One, they're playing the
Playing the
Giants.
Giants.
They're playing the Giants.
100%.
They're not going to lose that
They're
game no
playing
matter
a
what he
bo- a
does.
bottom 2 team in the
That's
league.
not true.
They're playing a bottom 2 team in the league.
That's not true.
The one thing
He can play bad in the Giants. The Falcons aren't the Ravens, where the Ravens could have played anybody. They would beat the Giants. The Falcons literally almost just lost to the Raiders.
That's fair.
The
That's
Raiders
fair.
would have had
That's fair.
a 2-minute drive if they didn't call that penalty to win the game.
That's not.
That's where I'm
that's
saying.
a fair point. Now, also, I will say this though: we're not seeing practices. So like maybe Penix is like that good in practice.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. For
I don't know. I don't know.
I like this time yesterday, I didn't think they'd make the move. I think them making the moves, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think it says that they've liked what they've seen for Penix. To make the move this fast, and you could say it's not that fast. He's been horrible for like 4 or 5 games. But I think you look at a few of these games and you're like, literally the only thing holding us back is quarterback. And you got a guy in practice who's just throwing rockets all over the field.
Can't
You're like,
ignore
fuck it,
that.
let's put this guy in. And the fact that they play the Giants is like a nice like a cushion to land on for your first start. Like you're not going to like Pittsburgh for your first start. As
The
an
next
NFL
game's
player.
at Washington.
Uh,
No, I think it's at home.
But even it doesn't even matter.
It's home. It's in Atlanta. The next game's at Washington.
It helps. Giants at home is huge. But I meant more. It doesn't matter. Like the Giants are so bad.
Games in Atlanta.
Yeah, it still helps being home and like people.
No, at home.
But imagine he loses,
especially him in a dome. Like
just saying, he loses to the Giants, which
bad.
1,000%.
That's bad.
Just bad, like right away, where it's like, okay, well now this guy fucking sucks, and his confidence is down. But I don't usually when you pay a guy $200 million, you don't have a backup like this. You know, like it's usually. That's why it's almost weird where it's. I don't know. The whole thing is weird.
Well, you don't usually
7-7. Kirk played. And some points of the year.
No, he was good earlier on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Early on, he was bad. Like
It's
early
feast or famine
on.
with him.
And then it was like, okay, he's starting. All right, now he's getting his confidence back. And then the last 3-4 games was like. Last game was.
Last 5 games.
Last game was.
Last like 4 or 5 have been.
It was 4 or 5.
In his last 5 games, 1 touchdown, 9 picks.
Yeah,
No, really bad.
regardless.
Chargers game was like one of the worst games I've ever seen by a quarterback.
It's a very weird stat, but you think that there's been a quarterback that's been that has gotten benched after a win? Probably not, right?
Oh, I'm sure it's happened.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's not many.
There definitely have been a few cases.
A lot of them are usually when they have
I'd love to see a list, though. It'd be a really interesting list.
interesting list. Yeah. But yeah, it's just you don't see. A lot of times we'll all be sitting here being like they should switch, but they never do it. Never ever do it. It's almost like we were talking about Rodgers.
We saw it. Justin Fields, wasn't that after a win?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
No, it was.
It's a great example. Good job, Phil.
Yeah, but that's also, and I thought you were talking about like Kirk Cousins is way different than that. But you're right. Yeah, after a win.
So you can't do it next week. That's at Washington. That's a tough game. So this is really the only time you can do this.
Yeah.
To give him any sort of like pillow landing spot.
I don't hate the move. I love it. I'm excited.
I think it's actually the right move to make.
I'm excited to watch Penix. I don't know. I'm still kind of like I think you should just let it go out with Kirk this year.
No, don't kill the season.
Year.
How much money do they owe? How much money do they owe Cousins now?
This
I think
is just a
they said
bizarre. It's a bizarre run from the Falcons. Like you paid Cousins all that money, then you still draft Penix in the first round. It was almost like one of those things. They didn't know what they were doing. Like it was like when you're building a house and like you're like I want to do. They did half brick and half siding and was like, well, we'll see if we like both. It's like this isn't a good plan.
But confidence in either one of them.
Yeah, they paid him all that money. Did they know he was a bad contract when they paid the money? Is that why they went after Penix?
No, I think
he was
but the
available,
Penix
they keep
is.
saying.
I think it gives Penix confidence. Like, I think they were willing to pull the trigger.
I'm just saying the plan of the Falcons is not good.
Of the beginning of the season, it didn't instill confidence in either of your quarterbacks. You have one guy you drafted. You're like, why'd they draft me 7th overall? It's still confidence, but you're not going to play me, and you paid a guy $200 million. And now Kirk is like, why the fuck did you draft this guy after you just paid me to be your quarterback? But regardless, it is a. Most people have no quarterbacks. They have 2.
Well, I think they had PTSD from having Desmond Ridder start as many games as he did.
Fair.
And I think that's probably even why, even though like Morris wasn't there last year, like we just almost lost a game to Desmond Ridder.
Yes.
Like we're a bad football team.
They saw there we couldn't win with them. We almost lost against
We almost lost to him. Like that's a
with no Max Crosby on the other side either.
So I believe they owe him $37.5 million more dollars.
And the thing,
the Falcons cut Kirk Cousins with standard designation. It would be the largest dead cap hit in the NFL history, $65 million.
Well, at that point, you almost just keep him to be like a backup.
Or you could trade him.
But no one's going to take the money.
Yeah, no one wants that money.
You trade him with picks.
I guess.
Anyone wants that contract.
I don't think they want the contract.
So he's owed any suitor, this is from USA Today, any suitor willing to take on Cousins' current contract will guaranteed $37.5 million.
I just don't see it.
Why would anyone want to pay him that, right?
So I think you're gonna have to just
also
eat
if you're a
the
trash bag
performance on
team,
the-
if you're a trash bag team going nowhere, like say like my Jets, right, train wreck of a team, do you take picks and Cousins because next year's a punt anyway?
No, because I think Cousins is good enough to win you 6 or 7 and puts you in like I still think he's okay to do that, and then it puts you in hell. Then you're just back at the 15th pick, and you're like, well, what the fuck do we're in no man's
Cousins
land.
is definitely someone that
You're
you're
saying
paying,
you want to tank, but
you're
you're
paying money that you can't get other assets for your team, and he can get you
enough
6
wins. Yeah, like he's not that
Like,
bad.
You just keep
I mean,
Falcons.
he is
You
bad,
keep Cousins
but-
next year as
He
a backup.
does-
He's a good
I
guy.
think you kind of have to.
But, like,
I think their hands are tied. It's kind of like the Watson situation. Like you can't move on from him.
He's not a good
because
guy.
It's so much money.
Right, yeah.
That's different. He's a bad guy. But it's just the money alone. Like you can't really make him move.
There's
on
nothing you
from
can
that.
do, right?
But that's where the part of me, like I almost like it now. Like you'd say they never done it before, where they give a like bench a quarterback made after like basically that year giving all this money, but they never given a quarterback that much money that was like 37 years old coming off a torn Achilles.
Right.
But also, it wasn't
That's
that.
why I think that's why you say like we draft a quarterback, because if this doesn't work out, we have a guy. Now it's almost like they kind of like they did the right thing. And
Imagine how much better they would have been if
didn't
they
at the
spent that
same
money
time.
other areas.
But-
instead of
Sure,
Cousins.
sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they had Penix. Like, imagine how much better that Falcons team would be.
But
I'm sure they. But if you, but like we know, not knowing what we know now, if we go back, rewind like 8 months, you're going to say this team was a quarterback away. Like
But
let's.
we did all say though when they drafted Penix, they shouldn't have given Cousins the money. You got to pick one. We all said that here in this room.
But the problem was they
1,000%.
gave.
but they were taking.
They gave
said we're
Cousins
gonna
the money
take
before they
shots.
drafted.
No, but it's not like if you're gonna do that.
That's my equation of
they're
how
saying
they're
we're gonna
building the
take two
house.
shots. We're gonna
Half
take two
brick,
shots.
half siding. They don't. Know
I
what
don't
they're
think
doing.
that you can revisionist history, because when you're signing Kirk Cousins, we were all like, we would have taken him on our team.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
That's where it's like, you can't live in the past.
Well,
of like,
it was a bit of a risk, though. The Achilles thing was real. We talked about this on the show, too, and we're like, all right, this is a guy that there are some red flags here. He's 36, coming off Achilles.
But it's a
100%.
move that I think like overwhelmingly was approved by like NFL fans. I would say, like I think most fans and
Everyone-
in real
if the
time,
Giants
people were
signed
like,
him, I would've been
that's
like,
a good
fuck
move.
yeah.
And in the Jets without Aaron Rodgers signing him, I'm so desperate for quarterback, I would have said
You'd
yes,
be like,
too.
fuck
In,
yeah.
in real time, everyone was like, "That's a good move for the Falcons. They're now like an NFC contender kind of team."
yes.
Like I think really most people were saying that it went at the time of the signing.
That was
Sure, but then
we
you
not-
can't
things have
you can't
changed.
then take Penix.
No, that we're agreeing with you there.
No,
I don't think it's
weird. It was a
I think it's
weird
stupid.
move, but I do even in real. I was trying to understand it, and I guess that was where I kept getting to, and now we're kind of in that spot where it's like, even though you gave him all the money, he's old, injured. He's not even if things go like really well, he's not going to start for you for more than like 3 years, and you're going to need another guy regardless. Now that was where the Penix thing came in because he's like 24, so we're like, oh, like by that time he'll be like 26, 27 maybe. But still,
you're gonna have to
I
pay
think
him
they
in a
just
year,
they,
too.
They just
You
had
let him-
after Matt Ryan, they just were so bare bones at quarterback. I think they just said like we just need.
Desmond Ritter, they were just
Yeah,
desperate.
like we just need we need multiple options.
Crazy
I
thing
like
was-
that.
I think they sell like if the Cousin thing doesn't work out, we can't be left with our dicks in our hand.
So
And they kind of at least have like a pillow to fall on that. Oh, we have this young kid who is a phenomenal college player. Like, let's see what he can do.
interesting hypothetical. What would the Falcons have done, rewind 8 months, if Bill Belichick had taken the job, the head coach? Would they have paid Kirk Cousins? Would they have drafted Penix? How would he have molded this roster, and would they be in a better situation?
I don't know. That's ifs, ands, or buts.
Also,
I honestly have just no idea. I don't know.
He was a dog shit GM.
He was.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I
A
don't
bad
know.
GM. Like,
But a dog shit GM gave Kirk Cousins $90 million guaranteed. Or
that
whatever
same
it
dog
was.
shit GM also, I guess you could say, also drafted Penix. I don't know. One thing I will say, the nice thing about having a rookie quarterback is you can spend that money on other things. Like, remember the Jets with Sanchez? They weren't paying Sanchez much, so they could spend it on other guys.
Right.
But
Brock
now the
Purdy
Falcons are
was like
fucked.
that.
They have a rookie quarterback, and they're spending all this money on a quarterback. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
The crazy thing is, if you think about it right now, with like Rodgers kind of like and Kirk Cousins getting sat, like pocket passing quarterbacks gone.
Oh, you saw the tweet.
What tweet?
Meek's pulling it up. I mean, Penix.
Probably tweet
Oh,
backing your point.
Penix is also.
didn't know. I didn't
Which
see the tweet,
which is an interesting point, Marty.
Just more, it's like I was thinking about like all the old quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I guess someone tweeted it, but that's weird.
Oh, this guy's like the worst tweeter of all time.
Yeah, I definitely don't know who Sam Block
No,
is.
he's an Ohio State guy. He's legitimately like the actual woke.
I'm not thinking about all the other. Like,
he was the
Palmer.
guy who woke up after the Brady roast and was like, "That was heinous."
oh,
like
no, so offensive.
He's
Right?
legitimately like this guy is like the worst human being of all time.
He
No, I
doesn't
was
like
just-
Kurt Warner.
He reps Ohio State. I legitimately disdain him. I hate him.
This
I think,
morning
but
was
his overall
thinking-
point, and Marty's point, is interesting though. Like the game is moving away from that.
No, that's what I was
No, but
thinking
it's
this
all
morning.
all guys with like a little athleticism though.
No, I think it's good.
Because
What's just
even when
happening.
you look at like a
I'm
Matt,
not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's interesting.
it's good.
even like a Matt Stafford. Obviously, he's like old now.
Yeah.
But like he was the first pick, 15 whatever years ago. Like he's the pocket mobility. Like you know what I mean. So when it comes to like
Yes.
he's not a runner, but he can evade in the pocket. He can like roll.
And I'm not
out,
talking
like-
about,
And I think that still is like very profound in the game.
That guy Aaron Rodgers on the list, right? Did he? Like Aaron Rodgers is not like a typical pocket pass. He can move back in the day.
He's
Now
a
he
little-
can, but
He's
he had
similar. He
60
actually probably
rushing
even
yards
more
last.
mobile, I would have said, than Stafford.
yeah.
In his heyday.
No,
But I think
Aaron
you're-
Rodgers'
you're just seeing,
best
like-
throws are on the run.
For sure. I think you're just seeing like the new versions of that are like
course.
are like Drake May and like Bo Nix, like where they are like even that much more athletic, but they are true like pocket passers.
Do you consider Jared Goff a pocket passer?
100%.
Yeah.
What about Jordan Love?
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh no.
But he's in this. I would put him in the same boat as like a Rodgers or like.
Yeah, me too.
In terms of
But
like
that's not pocket passer. I'm
That's
saying.
more of like a hybrid.
Pocket passers.
but
Peyton
I'm
Manning cannot
calling-
move out of the pocket.
but
Tom
I'm-
Brady could not move out of the
But
pocket.
I'm
Lie.
still calling Stafford and Rodgers like pocket passers. 100%. 100%.
Not in the traditional sense. Maybe in the modern sense.
They would carve you up in the pocket. Like they're like I think we're like they're not.
No, but that's not what we're saying. We're not saying that. My understanding of pocket passing is that you cannot do anything outside
Dan
of
Marino.
pocket passing.
Like just throw.
Yeah.
Like
Go
the
back and
old
throw.
quarterback, like literally Peyton Manning.
Peyton
if
Manning.
he was out, he just fell down. He didn't even try and get out of there. Like Aaron Rodgers could escape it. Like I'm saying, it's like a. Like you're right, they're more of a pocket passer than like obviously like Josh
Lamar.
Allen, Lamar, and Jalen Hurts and all that. Like they can all pass in the pocket.
They can do
But
other things too.
They can also evade it very. Like Caleb Williams is actually very good at getting away from
Well, yeah.
the rush, which is what you want now from a quarterback. There's just no more of the guys sitting back there looking around and then they just take a sack. It's just
It's funny when Caleb Williams does like the traditional pocket passing when he gets the most trouble. I feel like,
yeah, he holds it for the.
and then he gets sacked. And then
I think he's really. I'll tell you, Penix is that guy.
what do you mean?
He can move a little bit, but I'm saying like he like is going to do his best work in the pocket.
Oh really? Okay.
100%.
I'm excited for Penix, but we also again we don't
He's a decent athlete, but
we don't know how he's going to be, which is
Well,
like,
that's the thing I want to say. Are we not undermining or underselling how much of a disaster Atlanta potentially is looking at here if Penix doesn't work out? Paying Stafford, paying
well, I mean,
paying
sure,
Cousins.
it doesn't work out.
If it doesn't work
sure
out,
they went 0 for 2 on their
Yeah,
two shots.
bad.
Sure,
They have
sure.
2 years for that.
Yes,
you know?
that's what I'm saying. Like even if he's bad, like you're going to go with him next
Jury's
year.
not going to be. There's no decision in these
But
3 games.
The media
Right.
does
but
move.
it starts.
The media
I mean, it
moves
could
fast.
start in 3 games.
Yes, it could start, but
definitely
maybe it's just
it could definitely start where you buy a car and you already have
No,
problems.
it could start Sunday.
Yeah.
If it happens, if they lose to the Giants, it's a disaster in Atlanta.
It's more of an indictment than a guilty verdict. It's just like, all right,
Of course,
like,
but
here's
like
what's
media-wise,
you know,
it's
like-
going to be an influx of like it's a disaster in Atlanta. They missed on both. Like it's
big, yeah.
you have to understand these are still human beings. They're not like they hear everything, and it's just like holy shit, we're fucked. You know, like it. But also, it can change. They could win the next 2 games and make the playoffs, and Penix wins a playoff game. It's like holy shit. This is why they drafted him. Like it could go either way so fast.
Could Kirk Cousins bounce back next year, like maybe a year after the surgery, like.
What are they gonna? What if Penix?
I don't know.
They're
Right.
done then. If Penix wins the next 3 games,
You can't start.
Cousins-
You can't start Cousins next year.
even if he doesn't, you probably start Penix next year. If
you-
Penix shows,
depends how
if
he-
Penix
Unless
shows
Cousins
like,
comes back like lights out, I
if
guess.
Penix shows like any competence, they don't have to win the division. They don't have to make the playoffs. If he just looks competent, he's the starter next year.
what if he's average?
I think he probably still the starter.
I think you have
Or
a
it's just
battle in training
I think
camp.
it's a
man.
legit
Yeah,
battle.
no, that's fair. That's probably true. But yeah, I think you. Yeah, I think
That's
if he's
hell
even
too. Then
okay.
you have Penix who's underperforming, and you have Cousins who's like dead.
But
And it's
Penix
just-
is okay.
and that's your QB battle. This is hell.
No, but if Penix is okay in his first 3 starts, like I don't think you're.
Yeah, there's upside for that. There's
you're
upside
still
for
like
that.
give him an off season, like give him another year in the offense, like.
That
It
fuck
also
up a
s-
locker room though. You come into training camp next year kind of undecided because that like some guys gonna be Cousins guys, some guys gonna be Penix guys. I don't know.
I think it can make a lot of the weapons be like, yeah, this is a shit
I think it
situation,
only-
'cause, like,
this is a mess.
I think
yeah.
what Clemmer said, I think it only becomes that if they're like really close. If there's a competition and they're close, when one guy is just clearly superior, there's no like no one in the locker room's gonna say anything. But if it's like really like that's when I think it gets.
There's
like,
nothing
messy.
worse though when you don't like you want as a quarterback too. Confidence is the biggest thing, and when you have that coming from the top down, and it's like you're our guy until you really fuck it up. That's what you want from your quarterback. And when you're on a training camp, you have the veteran, you have the rookie. That's why a lot of teams don't sign very good backups because they don't want their quarterback getting like people being like, oh, we want the new shiny toy.
Right.
That's why a lot of the people, like they were even say like, I know the Kaepernick stuff, but like Kaepernick is someone that could have started over some people, and they don't want that for their quarterback that they're investing all this money in. Like it is a weird business at the quarterback position where it's like
You need to have a clear leader.
clear clear, and then because that's obviously the most important position. You need that guy to be like, I'm the guy. I'm going to take this over. And obviously, if he starts to suck, you move on. But like that year, you want that. Also, maybe the Achilles injury. Maybe we should take more time and not this magic healing that everyone's getting.
Also, I think you just don't bounce. Like
when you're 37 years old.
Like even Marino back in the day, he didn't come back the same. I think when you're
bad injury.
When you're in your late 30s and you have an Achilles injury, it's fucking
like ACL is
catastrophic.
Honestly, ACL is like Tommy John now. It's like you could come back from ACL. I think so.
It feels like everyone does.
It's almost like if you tear your ACL, you're good. Like Tommy John, you could come back from Tommy John now. You know, like some people don't, but like even like J.K. Dobbins is tore his ACL like 5 times, and he's playing great this year. I just think the Achilles one.
He's gotten a lot better at it.
The Achilles one is just like, especially for a quarterback when you're doing your drop, and it's every time your Achilles is like right there. I don't know. I think it's really. I think also it doesn't help when they're 37 to 40
in your late
years old.
30s, and you've already lost a step anyway, probably, and now you lost another one.
Yeah.
The Falcons one, I will say this has made the Falcons game this week so much more intriguing. And, Falcons Giants, which no one should give a fuck about. Now I'm like, I'm
nervous.
Hey, I'm going to have an eyeball on that game.
I'm a little nervous because I think Kirk beats us no matter what. You don't know what Penix can do is what I'm nervous about. If he
that would blow us for the one
He
seed,
could also blow us out,
I
which I hope they do. We were talking.
I think the Falcons are going to look better.
We were talking yesterday, Ev. This whole giant. Do we have the number 1 pick or no? If we lose out,
No, I was here. No, we don't.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I got it. No, we don't.
I don't see it either.
The only thing it's just the Raiders and play the Jaguars.
Raiders have to steal the Jaguars game.
So like we need the Raiders.
This
to
week
win.
we'll know.
If we both lose out, if the Raiders and Giants lose out, it'll be Raiders 1, Giants 2.
You just need the Raiders to win any game.
The problem is we can win one more game as well.
No.
Which one?
No. I'm saying we can.
We cannot win. Like we.
Right.
I'm saying we have a chance.
Yeah, the chance.
The Saints is a.
You need if the Raiders lose.
We played the Saints.
Oh, we played them already?
We lost.
Falcons, Colts, Eagles. The one we could win, which the Eagles would be laughing. If the Eagles the Eagles need to play out, right?
They'll play out.
The bye.
Yeah, the Eagles need
for a
to
chance
play
at the
out.
number 1 seed. Yeah.
But what if the Lions?
Kenny Pickett would still be us.
Yes.
I hope so.
I was gonna say the Eagles laugh. Eagles not throw the game, but the Eagles
Okay, so
throw in the towel.
This is a week.
Yeah,
We're gonna
this
lose.
is it.
We're gonna lose. Actually, the Colts can fucking.
Raiders lose out. You're not getting a 1 pick.
Yeah.
The Colts are bad, man.
I have some callers that want to talk about college basketball.
But wait, one sec
we'll
before
wait.
we get there, because Bellinger signed with the Yankees.
Oh, traded the Yankees.
Yeah.
Well,
Traded and.
What's the
That's the difference.
I understand, but I'm going to get to the point of obviously I misspoke. You pulled a fill there. It's all right.
No, I didn't because I want to talk. No,
because I'm going to talk
it's
about
an important
the same
element of
where
what happened. It's not a fielding. No,
we fleeced them for nothing.
Right.
Absolute. You paid us $5 million and an MVP in 2019. Who I don't care what you say, he is not a bad player for nothing. For Cody Petit, see ya, Cody.
Easy.
See ya, buddy. We just fleeced them, and now we could still do so much
Shame
more.
on some of these other. This is why saying it's trade is important.
Yeah.
Shame on teams like the A's, the Pirates, the Guardians. Those teams couldn't use a Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger's not what he once was. He just isn't. But he's still a productive hitter, and he can play a bunch of different positions. He has value. And the idea that teams were willing to let the Yankees just literally get him for Cody Petit, and the Cubs were paying some of that salary down is insane.
It's just because we're paying the salary.
And it's only a 2-year deal for him, basically. It's a 2-year deal where he's making equivalent of like $20 million a year. I don't know, man.
The $5 million covers the buyout.
Shame on
Buy-in or
shame
whatever.
on the Rays. Shame on some of these teams that could afford to go get him that didn't, and allowed the Yankees to get him for virtually nothing.
And it's just so like we didn't give up any prospects.
No,
Cody Petit,
Petit's older than Bellinger, right?
Petit's a fine reliever. He's fine.
Whatever, yeah.
He's a whatever
Yes.
guy. He'd be in the back end of our bullpen. And we got a lefty bat that we really needed.
Mhm.
And also,
On only a 2-year deal. You only
Cubs, I don't understand what you're doing. If you leave Bellinger in that Cubs lineup, it's a good lineup.
So here's I'll defend the Cubs for a second, is that they really don't have a natural place for him. You're going to put Michael Busch at first. You're going to have Suzuki. Like, if you look at the lineup now, they got Tucker. There really isn't a natural place to play him.
DH.
Also,
Also, Suzuki's not a good right fielder. He was last year. He wasn't. That's all. I know. He was a Gold Glove in Japan, but he sucks.
I have some issues with Bellinger's defense a little bit. He's not what he once was. I think he's adequate. I don't love having him in center field, but
If you just switch Suzuki and Bellinger,
I mean, for you guys are gonna put him in center. I don't love that.
Well, Aaron Judge isn't like Aaron
No, I
Judge. We
know.
need him in right field.
It's probably an upgrade for you guys.
And Juan
Realistically, it's probably an
Soto
upgrade
wasn't
at both
great in the field
spots.
as well.
In terms of fielding, just fielding, I'm saying.
You need more offense in that lineup, though, because he's
100, but that's
he's closer to like a Gleyber Torres offensive year than like
he gives us
Bellinger from 2019 offensive year.
lefty
Sure, but the
lefty
lefty,
short
yeah.
porch is nice no matter
Yes.
what. But we also for nothing that just shows us that I think we're gonna get Goldschmidt today. I think we're gonna get him today.
Is that good?
I don't know.
I don't think I really.
I don't know.
I'd much
He was
prefer
horrible.
Walker.
I'm just saying.
I'd much prefer Walker.
Hearing,
I'd prefer Alonso at this point.
Well, you're gonna cost you a
but-
lot more money
no,
though.
Yeah,
no,
you
but
don't want.
that's what I would rather
Like literally like
we have the
10,
money.
12,
I'd actually-
16 times more.
I'd
But
actually
I think he's worth that much more. At this
I'd rather Goldschmidt for 1 year, $10 million.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I don't want
that
Goldschmidt at
Alonso.
all. He's so.
Alonso for $100 million. I don't.
I mean,
Alonso.
Goldschmidt was atrocious last year, and he's on a huge
I'd
decline.
much rather Christian Walker.
100%. I'm not
Alonso.
saying. Oh, well, I'd definitely rather.
Like,
Christian
he's
Walker as
basically
well.
Anthony Rizzo at this point.
I am.
That's
I'm
how I
just
feel.
telling
I
you.
agree.
No, he's better than that.
Why?
Maybe a little bit,
He's
but not
definitely
much.
better
I
than
don't think
that.
much better.
He's also worse defensively.
Yeah, that too.
Clemmer hasn't said anything wrong.
No one's.
Phil just wanted his
Thank God Phil
Phil just wanted to
fucking
make his
came
One
in and
thing I
said
do
that.
want to
Like
note-
I'm saying, also I'm not saying anything wrong because I'm not signing him. I'm saying I don't want him, but I do think that's who they're going.
You
to
guys,
sign.
but you guys
It's
need.
$10 million, and then they're going to try and get. I think they're going to still try and get Bregman as well.
Maybe.
Well, that's different. Now that
I
that
don't
would
know if
help.
the Astros want to give him up.
I mean, I guess if you told me Goldschmidt and Bregman or just like Walker, I'd entertain that. I guess. But
Yes.
I still think I'd
Why
rather.
not? Why not both? Why not go? Why not?
that-
Excuse me. Why not Bregman and
Oh,
Walker?
that's a great fucking question because I agree with you.
Because
That's
I
how I
don't
see.
know-
That's what you guys
We
need.
were gonna spend all this money, like fucking spend it.
Well, I mean, they are. You have to give. Okay.
They spent it on.
You
free.
have to give
No, they
Cashman like
spent
he's
it on
had a
free.
great offseason so far. After
No, it
losing
is good.
Soto.
No, it has been good. It's been good.
I have a hard time saying it's great.
They're the second best.
Post
like
Soto, this is a good
They
pick.
solidified
Yes.
their arms. They
It's a
did-
solidified-
I like Max Fried.
It's a good
I
pick.
like Devin Williams a lot.
Yes.
Those are two really good pitchers. Really good.
Bellinger is a start to the lineup. Like that's somebody we're starting with. That was the easy one. Everyone knew that was coming. Now it's the hard ones where it's Walker, Goldschmidt. They're even saying fucking Carlos Santana. They're saying that Bregman. Like I think that we're gonna have Jazz Chisholm play second. We're gonna need a third baseman and a first baseman now, and we're gonna get. I think
I'd
we're
rather
gonna
have
get that.
Santana than Goldschmidt.
I think I would too.
I definitely would too.
I didn't know that was a
Santana
hot
had a
take.
better year last year.
I was
He's better
I was
defensively.
gonna
I know.
say
I
that.
know. It's like Gold Gloves are Gold Gloves, but he did win one. Like Goldschmidt kind of stinks defensively.
Yeah,
I just
mean,
don't. I don't want Goldschmidt.
It's only first base. I know.
Do you
but, like,
take a fly? Like Goldschmidt will be fine at first. Like also Anthony.
I don't know if he
Rizzo
will be
literally-
fine. Why do you
literally
say
lost
that?
us the World Series.
Why do you say
So,
he'd be fine?
I think he'll be fine at first base.
I think I'm just so.
Yeah,
sick
had
of-
good first base, Clemmer. You keep saying that. Anthony Rizzo was not good at first base last year,
No, I know.
so it doesn't matter. Like he's
But
going to
like
be an
Goldschmidt's like
upgrade.
are the same player. Like that's not fine.
But that's the thing. What else? Like, if you're not going to get Walker, what else are you going to get?
Alonso, Santana.
Alonso,
not gonna
you could
pay
make a
Alonso
trade.
$100 million.
Or you could go get an outfielder and put Bellinger at first. That's one nice thing I like
can
about
do
Bellinger.
that. That's
Bellinger has.
fine.
That's I think
They already
Bellinger's
told him
greatest
they're-
strength. Bellinger can play so many different positions, pretty
I'm
decent.
telling you
Decently.
what they're going to do though. They're going to get Goldschmidt.
Well, that's unfortunate for you
And
guys.
they're
I
gonna
hope.
get-
And as a Mets
and
fan, I
what-
hope you get.
And what if he turns out like actually pretty good for $10 million?
And you'll have a value in your hands.
be-
That's what I'm saying. Where it's like they
But like
might
that's
take a
but
chance.
like but what evidence has shown us this?
But like, is Carlos Santana really gonna make us?
No, but he'd be.
That's not like you guys are saying that. It's like not. I would.
He's a
I'd be
bit
like, that's
better.
fine. He's
No,
like
no. I'm
not
just saying
that much better.
I'm just saying
No.
I prefer him over Goldschmidt.
Yeah, but he's just like not that much better.
I agree
where
with
I'm
that.
Like it's
That's
like
fair.
I don't know.
No, he's
Goldschmidt
not.
has shown obviously more in the past. Obviously, he's declining. He's old. I understand that. $10 million is also $20 in that sense. That's nothing.
I have a-
And
Oh, my bad.
no, keep going, Phil.
So I have a question for Clemmer. Has a team ever fielded 4 MVPs in one lineup?
I have to think about it. I don't know.
I know the Dodgers had 3 last year. 2018 Yankees had 3, with Judge, Stanton, McCutcheon. The Yankees could be the first to 4, I believe. If
We'd
they
have
were to sign
Bellinger,
Goldschmidt.
Stanton.
I mean, the Dodgers had
Judge.
Campanella, Robinson. You could Duke Snyder, I believe, might have won.
When,
yeah, I
when
mean,
are you guys going to start getting arms? Honestly,
Yeah.
When
So
the market starts moving.
so we,
Huh?
we
when the market starts moving. Not like many
The market's
pitchers are flying off the board.
the market's moved.
For pitchers?
But yeah, Max Fried.
I mean, Max Fried in theory. So here's the thing with the Mets and the pitching. So we missed out on Crochet, right? Like I think that's a big
Also,
miss.
Big miss.
Huge miss.
So let's say we go and get Minaya, which makes sense kind of for both parties. I still think we need another arm. That's not enough.
Definitely need.
Guys are always going to get hurt too. That's the thing. I feel like you almost need.
We also need a
I
first
don't know what
baseman.
you do with them, but I feel like you need 6 starters to start with, and then hope it. You know what I mean?
Of course you do.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, you like
You
Minaya.
need a first
also
baseman
had
just like you guys do too, by
I
the
think
way.
Minaya's gonna have this like the same year at last.
Actually, I think he could.
Unbelievable year.
Minaya.
I know. I'm sure
No,
you should definitely get him.
So like he changed his whole pitching.
I know.
So like I think that is conducive to having a good year next year. Now I don't think that's enough though. I don't want Minaya to start necessarily
That is
start opening
definitely
day.
Not enough. Like, you
but
still have Clay Holmes as like your like.
I'm
That could get scrapped in like
Yeah,
May.
that's-
Like,
I'm-
Yeah, but that's not good. That's what I'm saying. Like you need two. I think you need 2 arms.
you need a first baseman too. And then, are we going to have Marte be the DH? There's rumors they might want to trade Marte for a reliever. Well, that's the
Marte's
case,
on
then you need
yeah.
DH.
I love Marte, but I feel like Marte's on the
Well, would they
decline too.
sign-
He's always hurt.
Would they sign a third baseman, move Vientos to DH, and sign a first baseman?
But what third baseman do we get? Like, I don't want to spend all that money on Bregman. I think he's going to age poorly. So I don't
Maybe
know.
a trade market. I don't know. There's options.
There's
still-
options, but Marty's not wrong, though, in that, like, we do need to sign 2 pitchers.
Oh yeah.
You think you guys re-sign Alonso, or you think that's
Yes, I do.
you think
I
you are
think
going to
so.
re-sign Alonso?
I actually don't for some reason.
I think you guys probably will.
I think if you're Alonso, you look at that lineup, you could be protected by Vientos, Lindor, and Soto, and fit right in. You don't have to hit 50 homers. You've been in New York. You were the franchise guy. Now they're finally spending. Like, let's see it. You changed ownerships. Let's see it through. You got a guy going. Like, this is his shot.
Yeah, but it's
The money-
also
it is a lot of money, and
there's money.
Yeah.
like you could
You also
sell
could, like,
that.
break the team, like, home run record. Like, that has, like, value, like, to him.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it definitely does.
Even
but
financially, you could be like, I'm the Mets home run leader.
there's a guy on your team that just took $100 million more. If someone's going to give him $50 million more somewhere, he's going to
50 million's harder to do. But I feel like he wants to see
It
it through. I
doesn't seem
feel
like the
last
market's
year was
there for him. Who's giving him the money, though?
I don't think anyone is, but like, what are the suitors for him right now? It's the Yankees and who?
I don't buy Alonso as actual like serious suitors.
I thought his market would be better than this. The Mariners seem to be out on
Well,
him.
then-
You think
so
it's
then
because there's so
are
many
you-
first basemen?
So then, are you
out there?
overpaying
He's
him
cheap.
then?
The
So then you're overpaying him. If there's no market for him, you
Well,
guys
no,
are
I mean
overpaying
that's
for
not
him
necessarily
100.
true, Marty, because we haven't signed him yet. So it depends what the number is.
No, I'm
Now,
saying if you pay him $100 million, I'm not saying it's on you guys. It's saying us too. Like
4 years, $100 million is not an overpay.
that's not what he would get though. He'd
Right.
get
So
way
6
more.
years, 150 is that an overpay? Well, then you can have that discussion. But it hasn't happened yet. So it's hard to tell.
Boris
How old
Hilton-
is
But
he,
that's what
like
we're talking
30?
about. Is if
30.
we're saying there's no market for him,
30. I think next year is 31. I think.
if there's no market for him. Does any of us want him? Like that's where
do.
I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you would want him over fucking Paul Goldschmidt? Yes, you want him every day.
Yes.
Would you rather Christian Walker or Alonso?
I'd rather Alonso because Walker is 34. But you get Walker obviously in a smaller deal, and I just know Alonso, and I'm comfortable with him. But Walker,
I want to see the guy. I want to see the guy succeed. I want Alonso back in that, especially in that.
I like.
If he wasn't already, I'm saying, I guess if he wasn't already a Met, like take all that out of it.
I still think I'd want him because he's younger, but Christian Walker has Christian Walker's. And you know what Christian Walker also is? He's very good defensively.
He's had a really nice
I'm
last few
surprised
seasons.
Corbin Burns isn't a Met yet.
I'm shocked Corbin has. Well, I don't think the Mets.
Mets
I'm
have
surprised
zero interest
Corbin's
in
still a free
Burns.
agent.
But
is
I'm
what
surprised
surprises me.
I thought the Mets would
The
just be like that would fix
I thought
everything.
the Orioles were going
I
to go.
don't think the
Orioles
Mets,
don't want. We were talking about it yesterday. Orioles just want to lock up their guys that they
Yes.
came up through their system and give a pay Gunner, pay fucking Adley, and pay all these guys, which is not enough for the Orioles. But they're cheap
Hauser.
fucks and they don't.
Hauser,
And what about Santander?
he has the qualifying offer attached, like a lot of the guys we just named.
That's what's holding back Alonso. That's what's holding back. Who else we mentioned earlier? Burns.
I don't think the Mets would want to have a second qualifying offer guy and lose like what? I think they already lost like their second, their fifth. They needed.
But we gained one with.
You gain a fourth. Like it's not.
Right.
that
I
much
know,
of an
but like
addition.
I'm saying, it's not a.
You think for the Yankees, you think with Bellinger that takes Santander like totally off the table for the Yankees?
Yes. Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I don't. I think it probably does. Most likely because it depends how comfortable you guys are with Dominguez. I'm guessing you guys would play Dominguez. I would if I was the Yankees.
Well, that's honestly the reason
Right
I asked
now-
the question. Like, are they going to just go with Dominguez, or
they
are
are,
they
right.
going to look to fill the spot?
They have
I
to
thought
at
at this
this
point,
point.
but it's so crazy. I think he's been out forever. He's gonna be 22 in a few months. Like, he's still so young.
They have to
yeah.
at this point,
Still
though, where
really
they
young.
keep flirting with them in the playoffs. They flirting with
Yeah,
them.
He also had
year.
I think he's all. I also really like the player.
He's also.
It's like you gotta give him a shot
We've been hearing
eventually.
about him for 5 years now. It's like we need to.
If you're the
give him a
Yankees
chance.
and you can have a guy play every day on a minimum contract, you know how valuable that is? You can spread that other
yeah,
money
it's-
elsewhere. It's huge. You guys need to fill the Glaber spot. That's what you guys really need to do.
It's
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you're
but
right.
it's not. We're not going to. Is the problem?
You might get Bregman.
Yeah, I thought you meant second, like specifically.
Well, then you move
second.
guys around. I mean, you can move Chisholm. Then Chisholm just goes to second.
Jazz gonna play second this year.
Yeah,
So then
They're
you,
gonna
so,
get third
but
base.
that's what I'm saying. You need to fill that spot in the lineup more than anything else. And I don't
Just
know.
don't know if they
I guess
asked-
if Dominguez would allow them to get like a Bregman and then like a Walker or like an Alonso or whoever, I would be for that.
I think you need to give Dominguez a shot.
No, if that freezes up to get like 2 guys, I'm fine.
I mean, even go back to, I know this is way back, but go back to like 96. The Yankees being able to play Derek Jeter on a rookie deal allowed the Yankees to go
Yeah.
and get other guys.
I thought
And
the
96
free
If he
would
could just
be-
like have speed in the back of the lineup, just like get on base a little bit, that'd be huge.
huge. And
I'd
yeah,
do that'd be huge.
I thought the free agents would be flying a little more after the Soto. After
it's
Soto.
like this now. I don't know why.
No, I know, but after Soto,
Such a
it was always
drag now,
great.
man.
Well, you want to know? I think Soto was such a market setter. It's almost like he's such another stratosphere that I don't think it like. How do I word this? I don't think it like reset the secondary market like we thought it.
I don't think it did either.
It's almost like another market that's like now starting. If that makes
Remember
sense.
when we were kids? If you
like,
signed,
hasn't
if
been
you signed
set
after
yet.
Christmas, it was rare. Nowadays, I feel like half the free agents sign after Christmas.
It's like Freed. Like obviously we thought Freed would start like the pitching domino, and it really hasn't.
no.
The fact that Burns is
Burns
not,
is still out
The
there.
only thing
like-
Free did was it knocked the crochet domino. But other than
Yes,
that,
that's it. Yes.
Again, I'm gonna give Cat because Cashman gets a lot of shit after you lose out on. Finally, it's been also doesn't happen quickly anymore when these guys sign. But also, what's his name from the Giants signing sounds like it was 3 years ago.
Willie Adames.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
The give Cashman credit. You lose out on the guy that everyone we obviously wanted and we all did as well, and then to quickly get freed, trade for Williams. Like Williams was one where you didn't really see coming too much, and that's a problem that we did have throughout the year was our closer. Like Weaver was great at the end, but like Clay Holmes, we didn't have a closer.
Now you have
for a
Weaver's
while.
the eighth inning guy.
And Weaver is not really a closer. We turned him into one, and he stepped up. 8-9's is a great. We have our rotation is top 3 in the league, I think, and you got Bellinger now. You're
Not even
starting
say
to-
top 2, right?
I think it's 2, but I was leaving room for.
The Dodgers, I put ahead of you guys, but
I think Dodgers are 1.
I think you guys are clear 2 to me.
Yeah, and now we need 2 more pieces. I would love 3, but I
Remember,
think
you guys do play in a very weak American league. I think.
I think.
And Bellinger, as much as I'm down on his defense a little bit, he will help the Yankees.
he's
I
definitely.
mean, as it stands now, if we just even without like a Bregman, if they just get like any of these first basemen, we're the best team in the AL.
See what the Astros do. Losing
don't think the
Tucker hurts.
Astros-
yeah, they're losing.
If they lose Tucker and Bregman, like, I
they're
just think
fucked.
what do they like? Obviously, they have Jordan, and all, but I mean, they have.
They still have Framber, still have Jordan. Like, no, Framber's in a walk year. I'm not ready to rule
I
the
guess,
Astros.
I guess they have Paredes, or how do you say his name?
Yeah, but he's more of like a content. He's
stinks.
not a game
Decent
changer.
player.
Oh
No,
man, let me
for
tell you,
sure,
when
yeah,
you
but
watch him,
He's a nice
the
player,
most
though.
That's the thing. He's like a solid player.
He's a
I mean,
frustrating player. Also, not a great locker room guy, and 2, he just only pulls the ball, does not go the
That's
other
great
way.
in Houston.
Yeah, but it's still it doesn't it people catch on to it, and it's harder for him.
He's pretty good. He's a very good professional hitter, but like Kyle Tucker's a game changer.
yeah.
Kyle Tucker's. Sometimes it's like why I know they got stuff for him.
I was shocked. I thought it would
Kyle
have been more.
Tucker is like just keep him, and you should have got more.
Well, I understand trading him if you can't afford him, but I would have thought you'd get more back.
Yeah,
Was I reading too much into this quote, or was this a shot at Soto in a way?
no, you're reading too much into
Reading
it.
too
No,
much
yeah,
into it?
I don't think that's.
Alright.
I think that's what he say for like basically
You
anyone.
want to come to New York? It's just,
Yeah.
You always say you
He
wants to
wanted
come
to
to New
be a
York.
Yankee.
I feel like it's pretty cliche.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a normal.
Yeah, I mean it's
Some people have said it's
Classic, like-
subtweet in a way, but
Unlike
I
our
don't
football teams, I think we're both going to have very good baseball teams again next year.
so I still have college basketball callers. Rico, do you plan on going to college basketball games anytime
Well,
soon?
I actually plan on going to a college football game. This weekend's a big one. We'll have Brad tomorrow, all things bowls. Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. When you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better, and it's the perfect gift. You know how much we love Game Time now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature. They're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste your time searching through thousands of tickets. I was looking at Tennessee, Ohio State. You'll be there.
We'll be there for the show. Saturday, 5 p.m., West Lane. Juice. I'll bring the juice. Game.
I think Dave's bringing the juice as well. So an amazing Game Time Picks deal for great seats, only $111 for a playoff game that's very respectable. Get in price $111. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Tennessee at Ohio State tickets now with Game Time Picks. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. We also have the white packaging, our favorite, Omaha Steaks. Ev, tell them about Omaha Steaks.
Shout out Omaha Steaks. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection every single bite. Right now, you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, plus score an extra $30 off. Promo code PICKS. That's a steal. 50% off, another $30 with promo code PICKS. Fantastic. 5 generations of experience, consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. As you said, you get that big white box and rip it open. All got the dry ice in there to keep it frozen, fresh. Got the burgers, steaks, desserts, have all different cuts of steaks, premium meats. It's fantastic. Like I said, legendary steaks and mouthwatering desserts. Save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, like I said, our listeners get an extra $30 off. Promo code PICKS, P-I-C-K-S. 50% off at omahasteaks.com and extra $30 off with promo code PICKS. Shout out Omaha Steaks.
So I placed a Christmas order for Omaha Steaks last night. I used promo code
Nice.
PICKS, save $30, and then it also gives you the option you can gift wrap it and put in like a Christmas card. So I had a gift wrap and I did a card. So I'm not gonna certain family members I'm not gonna see this year because I'm going out west for Christmas. So it was a nice little gift.
Nice.
Love Omaha.
Yeah, Phil, you can push them through.
Yep, Moisty Turtle, Alabama basketball.
Love it.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
Moisty.
Yo, Clemmer, I was just, thinking you could probably take a pretty good bet. It's gone up a little bit. Plus 360 for Alabama to make the Final Four. I think that it's pretty possible, but I think if you jump on it, man, it'll really get some wheels going in the year.
I'm already on Duke.
Stay away from that.
Did you cash out
there
your
you go,
Bengals
one
bet?
No, I'm riding it into the ground.
I mean, yeah, there's no point in cashing out. It's probably like fucking 9 cents, dude.
Hey,
I mean, what the fuck?
it wasn't a good bet. You did warn me, but I had confidence in the Bengals. I'm sorry. It certainly was no malice. I wasn't trying to be a jerk.
No, it's no malice at all. I just knew once I was like, dude, this is fucked. Like, I just know. Like, it's just mojo in the universe. And now that Jake Malasek is working for Gruden, like, I called it when they misspelled Cincinnati 2 years ago. Nothing good has happened since that. Nothing. Fucking crazy. But, Rico, ostrich pillow. Get yourself a $70, $80 neck pillow just in case that bet doesn't come through, man.
Yeah, I need
Alabama's
one.
not playing well. Why did you make that bet,
I disagree.
dude?
They just had a 7-game stretch and went 5-2 against really good competition. And now they're finally at full strength. They're not even at full strength because Reitzel got hurt and Youngblood's back. So, no, I disagree with that take wholeheartedly.
I should say, Rico, healthy debate. I think other teams are a lot better than we might have expected when we made that bet on Pick'em.
That's
Healthy
not
debate.
a bad point.
Right, but I think they're in the mix of the elites.
Of course, I'm not.
I think they're in the
saying
mix of
you
the
can't-
elites, and that's right now where you want
But
to be.
a 72-hour bus ride?
No, it's
What
40.
the fuck?
40.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done
That's not bad.
72.
Oh, he's only
Only
40's
40
not bad.
hours
The
outside.
sick thing is I might only be
how
Just
long
a work
was
week.
last
I might
year?
only be there for 4. Oh, no, I'll be there third. I might only be
How
there
long
for
was
like,
last year, Rico?
Been there
Like
for
a
like 4
day?
days.
yeah. What?
How long was last year? Like a day?
24. That was bad.
Oh, my fuck.
He's right
That-
though. There is teams where it's like, okay, you got Duke, you have Kansas, you
Penn
have
State.
you have Tennessee, you have
Auburn.
Florida, you have
Iowa State.
Auburn.
You putting UConn
Iowa
in there at all?
State,
Yeah.
Yeah, UConn's in
Penn
there.
State.
Gonzaga. Still think Gonzaga's pretty good.
course.
St. John,
Yeah, I think you
Put
do.
St. John's in there.
St. John's doesn't have the marquee wins just yet, and the Big East is down. But I think after St. John's,
And also,
St.
there's
John's is
teams
good.
that we
St.
don't
John's
know
is
yet. Like you'll see in February.
they'll
That's
heat
like,
up.
okay, they're actually pretty good. This is a good year of college basketball so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Truly. Like the fact Florida's undefeated, Tennessee's still undefeated.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
they whomped last night.
Yeah.
but sometimes
No,
they don't
that's-
play.
That's pretty much it, fellas. I just wanted to raise some awareness because I think we're forgetting that Alabama. We need them to do well. I
They're
don't
just-
want my buddy Rico on the
Yeah,
bus.
they're just
I'm
not
saying.
shooting well. They're having off nights. They're still scoring
Exactly.
83 points a game. So it's.
Mark Sears kind of sucks, Rico.
Nah,
I
I
told you on
disagree.
the bus last year. He sucks, dude.
I disagree.
All right.
Kind of does
Peace
stink.
out, fellas.
I disagree.
He's all
He's
right.
out, Moisty.
He's
He cares. Moisty cares about
I
you.
will say there's a thing. Well, I'm not just trying to gas up Duke, but I'm watching when Duke has an off night, their defense saves them. You know, that's the only thing with Alabama needs, and their defense is getting better, but Alabama's needs
It's like
to have
38th
that.
in the country. It's not like horrific like it was.
No, it's
last
not.
year.
I'm not. I'm saying like that. Like last night, Duke literally could not hit. They scored 25 points in the first half, but they let up 16. And I know it's against George Mason, but still, it's just like when you have those off nights, you still have that defense. It helps.
I think the thing with Alabama, they play so fast that other teams are getting more possessions, so you're going to score more, obviously. But they're still defensive efficiency. They're still pretty good. So
Oh, it's be interesting.
yeah.
Need a good.
I want to see Youngblood get into the mix now. Yo, Oates is talking about he's got too many guys in the rotation. He's going to cut it down.
Sometimes not even kidding. Like having too many good guys
Yeah.
and like
But
figuring
does
out.
that when if he cuts it to 8 and he cuts it to the right 8? Does that mean all of a sudden we click a gear and it's catapult?
Yeah,
We'll see.
What's the phrase? Once it's no more like 11 deep. Like that was the whole.
Yeah, I don't know.
11
Yeah,
deep,
just
11
8 deep now.
We'll still
we're
be
just-
11 deep. They just don't play.
No, you can't be
I-
11
I
deep
think
not
you just
playing.
take-
Still be 11 deep.
No, you can't.
Take the 11 out. You just say we're loaded. We're loaded.
We're loaded. Yeah.
By Mars, we're 3 deep. We're 3 deep.
We got the 3 best players in
Yeah,
the country.
we're-
I have another caller.
Sure.
Sam wants to talk about college basketball. Let me put him on.
Sure.
Sam, you're on.
Yeah, what's up, fellas? I am going to the SLU versus Wofford game tonight. I was wondering if we could do a little live handicapping and looking for a play on that game.
SLU is St. Louis, obviously, right?
Yes.
I didn't know
Yeah,
if that's
St.
what they
Louis.
call
Who
it.
else
I didn't heard.
would SLU be?
I didn't heard. I just want to make sure.
Salt Lake
Who else?
University?
I haven't heard it's been called
Try
SLU.
and make.
So you got Robbie Avila. You got Robbie Avila.
Yes.
Slew before?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Yes, you have. I know you.
I've
have.
heard St. Lou. I don't know if I've heard SLU.
Who said St. Lou? Just
Oh yeah,
finish
no,
it
no,
out.
I
St.
know.
Louis.
I've heard St. Louis.
There's only 2 letters left.
I like the short
Whole syllable.
abbreviation. Like, you know, on a bracket, you wrote St. Lou once before.
No.
Oh, I haven't either.
I would.
I've done STL.
Okay.
Of course, that's the fucking abbreviation.
I'm just
I don't
trying-
know.
I'm
I don't, yeah.
I mean, I've never done St. Lou. I'm just telling you, in the bracket, I'll do that. It's normal, right?
I'll say this: my guy 3-point snipers on on SLU. So lay it with SLU. I'm laying it with SLU because my consigliere is laying it with SLU.
I would think it's
I'm gonna
Robbie
say-
Avila.
I can't
I
stop
would.
saying
Yeah, I don't know
SLU.
too much about him, but I'll lean Robbie Avila. whichever
Yeah, this
side.
is the Indiana State. It's Indiana State's coach, right?
Yeah,
He took
yep.
the job. Avila came over. I think another guy maybe came over too. I know
Probably.
Avila did.
Probably.
Yeah, they're pretty
So I'm backing SLU blindly there.
good A10 team. Wish we had
All
Dukes
right,
here for some
perfect.
A10 breakdown.
They got lucky last night. I told you to bet UNLV.
I don't. Dayton's still really good.
Oh, no, that's a
Dayton's
good
so
win to
but
show
no,
that they
that
won,
was a
but-
great betting spot.
Yeah,
That was a good
UNLV
betting
was
spot for
perfect for
UNLV.
them. Last night we also got lucky with Florida.
Yes.
Oh,
A big lead.
No, but not even a lead.
No, the cover.
The-
they should have fucking won.
What?
Like I bet North Carolina plus 4.5. That was gross.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah.
You had 4.5.
Yeah, gross.
Oh, my
Good
God.
number.
Gross.
Well, Florida fouled for no reason. They're up 3 with up 4 with like 8 seconds left, 9 seconds left, and they just fouled them.
Stupid.
You're up 4, not 3. Why are you fouling them? And then the fucking guy missed first free throw. It was a 1-and-1.
Unbelievable.
It was brutal. And then
Unbelievable.
they did. They
you know, he
did
had a wide open
three at the end,
buzzer
and
again.
it went hit the back of the rim.
I was
and
convinced
I
he
was
was
like,
making. I was like,
me
this
too.
is where I'm getting it.
Me too.
I feel
I
like
had a
they
couple
saved-
last
yeah.
night.
I feel like all those bad beats
Wait,
saved from
Did
March.
you take Auburn last night?
Yes.
That another one.
Bad.
Go to play the lotto. That was crazy.
Yep.
It was. They were. I mean, Georgia State was within 40. Literally, they only were covering the last 20 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And Auburn went in like an 11-0 run in the final 2 minutes to cover by a point.
It was nice.
That was
and also
insane.
Duke covered 19 very luckily as
Yeah.
well. Like I had a couple lucky wins last night.
You get a lot of teams like sleepwalking through around now Christmas time.
You always say this.
You do.
You're right. No,
get a lot of
I
sleepwalking
said your
games.
best take. It's these teams. Like South Carolina won last night.
That was a big win. That was a great game.
Great game.
That was
Clemson's
awesome game
good.
to watch.
Clemson's good.
Yes.
I think they're both pretty good.
Yeah, but like that overtime hit was great.
But even that game, that was a disaster for South Carolina to go to OT.
Yes.
That game had no business being
business.
overtime. Clemson
blowing them out early.
Clemson had to go like 3-3, like miss free throw, like bucket, and then Hunter makes that unreal like a runner off the bank.
How about speaking of crazy endings? You watched Drake, Kansas State? The ending
Yes,
of
I
that?
watched that as well.
No,
Kansas
Kansas State's got some problems.
Dude, did you
Coleman
see-
Hawkins-
Kansas State blew
Coleman
it.
Hawkins-
They were getting
Coleman
blown
Hawkins
out.
is not the guy. Yeah. Well, he's getting. I
Press
mean,
conference
but-
was sad.
but then
I
he-
felt bad for
Yeah,
him.
it's
Then
bad.
he hit the 3 to tie it with like
No one-
5 seconds
yeah,
left.
it's just
From deep.
because- Well, this
But
is what happens.
He missed a bunch of free throws too down the stretch.
He's an unlikable basketball player. You know, like him and Hunter would always go at it. Like he's just a guy on the court where it's like he's a little. But this is what happens with NIL. You get $2.5 million when and it's public, and you suck on your team. People shit. He went on it being like, "Yeah, people tell me they want me to break my leg every day," and it's like, unfortunately, this is what happens with everybody now because people are crazy on the fucking internet. But yeah, it's tough. Kansas State's in a tough spot. Not good.
Crazy, like a guy like him, like literally making more money than like most of the rookies, like almost all the rookies in the NBA.
He's making more money than Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he is.
Nuts.
No endorsements. Yeah.
Nuts. Phil, you got one more?
Yes, Derek from the chat. I'll toss him in. Derek,
Hey,
you're
what's
on.
up, fellas?
What's up?
Clemmer?
Hey, Derek.
What's
What
up,
up,
Big
Derek?
Ev, Marty, Rico? What's going on,
Wait,
guys?
so sorry to cut you off right away, Derek, but
Yeah.
you're the one that got me in this fantasy league, right?
Yeah.
I'm unbelievable. I'm in first.
Well, you should get in one league.
Well, we was thinking as a prize that we could put like the winner's name on a plaque and maybe get it up in the studio. But if you end up winning it, Marty, I don't know how that's going to look.
Well, if I win, you guys need to get a plaque, and I will put it in the studio.
We're in the league together, and you're horrible.
Yeah, I care about the people more than you.
You're so.
I care about Derek.
The
from
league
chat
that
more
me,
than
you, and Ever in, you're so bad.
In that league, I never got to discuss. I got shafted so badly in that league. I called Hub actually when it was with me and Hub's episode. We talked about it. There was borderline collusion that was in place in that.
Not with me.
No, nothing to do with either of you. Nothing,
I get a bye. I'm the best team in the league.
Nothing to do with either of you.
one win.
Me and Hubs were basically in the last week. We're basically in a fight for the last spot where
Right.
I had the lead. He basically like needed to win and like pass me in points, and Jack Mack had not been setting his lineup for legitimately like 2 months. Never set his lineup. Hubs played him weeks before, didn't set his lineup. Hubs basically like made him set his lineup against me, where he had this like great team and just wasn't setting his lineup the whole year. So he only sets it against me the last week and goes for like 200 points.
That sucks.
And so I don't make the playoffs because
That
of
sucks.
like literally because of that. And like my team, I didn't even look because I didn't even set like my team did well. Like I would have won the first playoff game.
We'll get
I almost wanted to be like that's fucking bullshit.
for
That
Derek.
is bullshit. though.
I literally,
That is bullshit.
I never even
Yeah.
checked it. I texted Jack Buck and I was like, Hubs, man, you set your lineup, didn't he? And he was like, yeah, he did.
That
I was
sucks.
like, that's bullshit. I was
I
like,
just went to the Jimmy V. My buddy was giving me all the lowdown on his fantasy league. I've been out for years, but somebody was upset with the guys that they didn't pick up. Like he picked up guys for that week, and he was like, "Those wasn't good enough." He needed somebody else to win. The kid rage quit the league. It's
I got pissed.
craziness.
In my league with my boys at home, I'm in like the final four, and I was pissed. I was trying to pick up. It was Jerome Ford, and we have like a budget one where it's like you have like the budget where you can use throughout the year, and someone who like is like my best friend who's like not in the playoffs, like pick this guy up, and I'm
No,
like,
you can't
I'm like,
do that.
No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I literally texted him. I literally texted him.
That's what you have. My best friend. If my best friend was in the final, I'd be picking up Jerome Ford too.
He got
That's funny.
he got a text at like at 9 a.m. this morning just saying you're a scum.
Yep, and that's
I don't
what
mind-
I'd be
I actually don't
expecting.
mind that.
I love that.
He
That's
just
a
goes-
lot worse than
he
not
just
setting the lineup shit.
Yeah.
That's
And,
bullshit.
and it was even more annoying. He's not even starting him.
yeah.
He has 3 like good running backs.
Gotta
He's
have him
not
just
in the
in case.
playoffs.
100%.
Insurance.
That pissed me off. I wouldn't do that. That's
Only guys in the playoffs should still be able to pick
I
up.
came
guys
in
on
last
the
in my
waiver
league.
wire.
I got a caddy for the winner. Walk the entire course.
That's a good punishment.
Because that's where like you're still hanging with your fellas.
Yeah.
It's not anything that bad. I actually in our league here, I faced Glenny. He forgot to start 4 people and he beat me. And I
Your
started.
team was horrific.
Derek, but keep going though. We kept Derek on.
Oh yeah,
What's
I'm
up, dude?
sorry.
No problem, fellas. No problem. So I'm imagining you guys already talked about the bad beat from Memphis last night. Like, what the fuck was that from number 31? I had Memphis for 1.5.
Yeah, going
I'm
down.
glad he brought it up.
Crazy.
Like, that was insane. Like, to go down. I hope he doesn't hurt his portal chances or if he's going back to Memphis. I don't know what's going on with 31, but I was really upset. They're just college kids, so I'll let it slide. But that was terrible. Go down.
No, I'm actually so glad he brought that up because I had Memphis -5. That was almost like that was
could have been a
insane.
disaster. Yeah.
Do you guys see the play?
I didn't see it.
So
They make a pick. All he's got to do is go down. It's
Memphis
over.
should have Memphis was winning big like most of the. They're up 2 touchdowns most of the game. At some points, we got to like within a touchdown, but they're up 12. They score West Virginia scores to make it 5 with like a little under 5 minutes left. Memphis picks up like a few first downs, gets it to like 4th and 3 on like on West Virginia's like 33. They have a kicker that's never kicked a field goal that long. They decided to kick it anyway. I'm thinking they're just going to go for it. They decided to kick
Bad
a
call.
50-yard
I
field goal.
hated
I
that
agreed.
call.
I was like, they should just go for it. He kicks it. He misses. So now they have no timeouts. They have like, I think like 50 seconds left, basically 50 and change to go down the field, score a touchdown. They get to maybe like the 23rd, like probably like 25-yard line with like 15 seconds or so. They throw a pick. The guy that catches the interception is like running around. And his teammates are like, what are you doing? Like, get down. Literally, as he's sliding, West Virginia receiver comes up and knocks the ball out, like punches it like so far.
Brutal.
Crazy scramble. West Virginia recovers it. So now all of a sudden they just get another shot. They review it. Thank God. They said because he started the slide, he gave himself up, and they just called him like down, and the game ended that way. Just like just the most like college football ending ever.
That's why
the guy that picks up a
that's
pass.
why college is
that he just is like running back and forth. They're like, what the fuck are you doing?
even the Florida
Game's over if you just lay down.
It's even the Florida
It was
game.
so
Like these kids
insane.
are so stupid.
Yeah.
That's why I love college basketball because there's so many things where they're like they look at their coach. They're like, oh, I don't know why I did that. It's just so like fouling with 4 with 8 seconds makes no sense. And it's just like this guy's looking at his coach like, what are you doing?
I think there was
That's what this kid
I
is
think there was a
just
famous
fucking
game in the tournament. Somebody scored to tie and quickly
They
fouled.
fouled. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
Because
like-
they missed out to
yeah.
score. Yes.
Craziness, guys. And then I got tonight. I got a pick. I'm going with the upset. Well, not upset per se, but it's a crazy line. +3.5 Georgetown. Creighton's at Georgetown.
I kinda like Creighton,
Georgetown's
yeah.
got some sneaky good freshmen. I think they're like 6 deep with the freshmen. They got a good center. Creighton's kind of been off their game. I like Georgetown in this spot. Like Rico's been saying all week, Christmas break, everybody's not locked in. But this Georgetown team, I mean, I know that the PCBC hates Ed Cooley, but he's got these boys locked in, I think.
Creighton's shaky.
I like
too,
the
so
pick.
I don't hate
Very
it.
shaky, yeah.
I like the pick.
All right, thanks,
Derek,
Derek.
Appreciate you.
No problem, guys. Shout out to that. Rod Travers.
All right, we'll have Brad tomorrow.
Can I just gotta I want to watch this video with you guys. Spoilers real fast. If you haven't watched Barstool Survivor, make sure you watch it. New episode tonight. Spoiler, I'll give you a second. The house with you guys, Whitney, Mincy, and you.
Mhm.
Was that incredible?
I
Can you pull up?
really don't want to say anything.
Can you pull up Whitney's video? He posted a video.
Oh, really?
You don't have to say anything. I just want to watch this video. It's on
I have
Twitter.
not seen.
I did see
I
it
saw
on my
just the
timeline.
picture.
I was
The
dying
picture
to
he
see it.
posted of Mincy with his dirty feet, and then Clemmer just like on his phone, just like on the chair.
Between the Nightmare House.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the finger wag was the
I was so him just
second
being like-
best finger wag of all time.
I'm going to tell you right
Tembe
now.
is still number one,
I
but
think
Whitney
Ryan
going
Whitney
like
is
this.
the funniest person at this company.
Him just telling
Hysterical.
Dave beforehand, like professionally, like we're done.
Done.
Everything done.
The way he
If
says
you vote me
done.
out.
We're not going to spoil anything. This was last night's episode for everybody. We're not spoiling, but
We haven't talked about it at all. We will not.
Yeah, I just want to watch
Whitney
it.
he's
I
fun.
got to watch it with the fellas. This video.
Oh, I actually seen this video.
Wait,
Yes.
Pause it real quick.
This,
Pause it.
so yeah, so this by the way, what Mincy's about to do here, he also did it to me as well. Mincy was very excited about this, so I have seen this
So
video.
if you're watching, if you're listening
so
on,
it's at the house.
if you're listening on podcast, I hope we're putting this on podcast. I still get some DMs being like it's not out on podcast, but if it's on podcast, like watching Tom Brady throw a football, Tiger Woods hit a golf ball, or Connor McDavid skate, I present to you from the House of Horrors, Barstool Mincy coming up with a genius content idea. So let's see what he has.
Guys, what's up? I'm here hanging with Mincy. He just came up to me and said, I think I just had the greatest content idea of my life. I said, all right, let's film it. So here we go, Mincy.
my life might be a stretch, but I had a really good moment of clarity where I realized we're coming to the Georgia Ole Miss college football show. You know, we're really
You'll be there, right?
Oh yeah, we got the Brick, but just want to thank Dave Portnoy and Brick Watch for supporting the Grove Collective.
Let's see the watch. I'm zooming in.
Yeah, to help raise money.
Bink.
We sold a bunch, and we're going to re-push it because we showed we're coming to the SIP. When Brandon Walker has to step foot on Oxford, Mississippi's campus,
Big Muppet, Brandon.
all you Ole Miss fans are going to be wearing Brick Watches to know that Barstool and Dave Portnoy supports Ole Miss NIL, and he has to be there to see it.
Hardy fucking toddy.
Hotty toddy. But we're going to sell.
Wait, that
That was the idea. Yes.
Let's go.
The
We sold the
tweet
bunch to
says
Ole Miss
from
last year where 1,000 went to Ole Miss Collective and Dave got 1,000. We're going to re-push them in front of coming to the Ole Miss, and we're going to make Brandon Walker see all the Brick Watches when Barstool finally comes to the SIP and Dave Portnoy comes. And we'll show that Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports support the Ole Miss football program. Hell yeah, damn.
the tweet from this guy Allen tweets, "What exactly is the content?" And Whitney goes, "Great question."
There's literally none.
No, the content idea. I had to explain to you a number of times is that everyone wearing the watches would put Brandon in such a horrible situation. Like
That's what it will
he
be.
would be speechless. So all these people show Brick Watches. Brandon now is flabbergasted.
We've talked about it too much, but Whitney, this was
so
unreal.
funny.
The smirk and the thing.
Brandon won't be bothered by the people screaming at him.
Right.
And
No.
being.
It would just be seeing those watches would ruin Brandon.
I'm still thinking about Mincy get up there with that, like his moment. He said, "I like the under."
That's what he said.
And granted, he was dead right. He was dead right. Under was a great play.
Yeah.
Which is very.
And you like the under at your own school.
And he,
is
like that.
just-
That's your moment to give the like. Ole Miss is gonna like beat Georgia. Give like the speech, like, and that he would have called a shot. Like they beat the shit out of him. That would have been like would have aged.
like the under.
Would have aged beautifully. And he's just but he met the man
Just,
saw
I'm
Reed.
sorry,
He
the
saw
picture
value
of
in the under.
Mincy's feet, and then just you with you
Curled up
hanging out.
with
It's
it,
just
yeah.
It's not my fault. I'm not doing
your
anything
shit-
wrong. I'm on my phone.
Your legs
clock.
over a chair like you're sitting on right now is
I
just those three. I'd watch. I'd pay $100 to watch you three.
8 o'clock tonight. That's that. Picks. I'm on Michigan, Oklahoma over 148.5. I've seen Michigan's pace up front. They love to run and gun it. I like Porter Moser's team in Oklahoma. I think this one over 148.5. Clemmer, what are you on?
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, Ev.
You gonna be heavy?
Yeah,
Heavy.
I think I went half Marty.
Well, also, in some breaking news for college football, Colorado, they just got Caden Salter, who was Liberty's quarterback, who was like this stud quarterback. He actually got benched like very end of the year, but they won the conference last year. Like played Oregon in the bowl game. They were supposed to be good again this year. They weren't as good, but that's kind of interesting. They picked up a big quarterback in like a incoming freshman. Now they get a big transfer. Coach Prime probably.
So is he going to be like this?
That makes me think he's
Shooter
going to
replacement?
stay.
Yeah.
That makes me think he's going to stay. Him or this Julian Lewis, who was like very highly rated recruit, who he got to was going to go to USC and he got to flip and
He's
go to
gonna
Colorado.
stay.
I think he's going to stay too.
2 years, and he's not gonna like be this. It's gonna be let your son go, and I think
think
that's
so, too.
what he's gonna do. He's got his son to the NFL as a #1 pick.
Yes.
He's done his job. Let him have his own career. I think that's what he wants, and show that he could do it at Colorado. He's still got more to do at Colorado. Do without his son as well, like show that he can get someone else. I think that's 100%. Did I get got, or did Ryan Williams transfer?
No, that you got got.
You got
We
got.
actually talked about that in necessary.
That's why I asked.
We actually, I'm glad we actually talked about that in necessary roughness. You really got to keep your head in the swivel.
No, that's why I
There's
asked.
so much shit
questions
being thrown
now.
around that you genuinely like need to
Because it's
double,
not
triple check
shock-
everything.
I was a little shocked anyone like the best player from Alabama transferring is crazy. That's why I asked. I was like,
you really never know. Like
it
it's not
says
the
Ryan Williams with a check mark. You're like, all right, it's got to be him.
No, because I think somebody said that. I think Brandon or Casey said too. They were like, I saw that at first, and then I had to like look into it a little more and realized it was.
That's the
fake.
thing. I don't want to look into it, so that's why I say it out
Oh, yeah,
loud.
that was fake. But and then we got 2 bowl games today. We got an early one too. I like JMU -7 and the under in that game, and I also like Cal +3 and the under in Cal UNLV as well.
Marty.
System play, Virginia +4.5 at home against Memphis. This is such a big number that I'm just going to go with them. UConn -13.5 against Xavier. Xavier's not bad.
Fremantle's he's out.
Fremantle's out, but they're still not bad. Like 13.5, I think Fremantle's everything to them. I'm going to stay away from the Creighton-Georgetown game right now. I'll make a play on that because I do kind of like Creighton, but than the Georgetown call.
Right, yeah.
I really kind of like Georgetown.
And then the other one, I'm taking Houston minus 28.5. Houston's weird this year.
They're good, but they still squish.
They're good. They're still. They're 6-3. I don't know. I forget
Got
their
3 losses already.
Yeah. And then I'm going Bama minus 24.5. North Dakota stinks. And then also I'm
You
taking
know that game's in North Dakota, right? For doing it for Grant Nelson. Yeah, all the way out in North Dakota.
that they stink.
Yeah, they stink. They're like 300 in KenPom. Yeah, they're not great.
And then I'm going Butler plus 14.5 against Marquette. Marquette's coming off that loss, but still.
Butler's having a tough season so far. But
I don't know.
Phil, what do you got?
7-4.
Vladimir Tarasenko
Terrible.
goal scorer plus 310.
Okay.
How was he hit Bucks money line last night?
Yeah, Phil.
Meek had a good pick.
Darvin Ham,
NBA Cup
14-0.
champs.
Yep.
And Darvin Ham told him not to celebrate with the
Yeah, leave the champagne.
Smart move.
Very smart.
I think a lot of teams kind of saw the shit the Lakers got and are like, yeah, we can't pop champagne for this.
Right.
Darvin Ham told.
Darvin knows.
He told him. He's like, don't do it.
All right, fire it up, Phil. That is Pick Central Surviving Barstool, 8 o'clock tonight. We'll catch you.
Yeah, there you go, Bosco.
He's the worst. I want to throw something through the glass. We'll catch you tomorrow with Brad for all things Bulls. That's Pick Central. See you tomorrow.